Hello, hello. Right, I'm just checking it was working there. Good evening. Live stream number 30, 30. I've got headphones on, which is weird because I can't really hear my own voice. There we go, that's slightly better. I put a little bit of a poll out on the community thing on YouTube the other day, asking whether people would prefer me to do the next live stream on the same kind of stuff I've been doing on pixel art and Unity and bug testing and all of that kind of thing, or whether to try and do a live stream about the audio, the music and things like that. So there seemed to be a resounding consensus for doing it on music and audio, which gives me the fear of God, because doing this kind of stuff live when I've got loads of equipment that is not always behaving, anything could happen. So this is the disclaimer. If my PC crashes and the live stream goes off, that is why. So I'm putting the blame squarely with the people who said let's do music and audio tonight. But hopefully I've tested most of the things and it should all be working. But because everything's running through the one PC, I am not totally confident we won't end up with either a big audio dropout, some mad screaming feedback, or something else going wrong. So fingers crossed, we can all hope that it goes well. So I was gonna first of all just have a quick talk about thoughts on music for a point and click adventure game. I'm going to switch over to my screen. I've got two webcams running tonight. This one here, it's got piano and things, but I'll just knock that off for now. It's in the way. So the thoughts here are a lot of the kind of point and click, kind of pixel art style things that maybe played indie games in the past will sometimes go with that kind of retro 8-bit kind of sound, like it's coming out of an old Sound Blaster card, so very limited like bit depth to the instruments and things. I think kind of back to Monkey Island and things like that, that kind of sound that you would recognize from synthesized music of the late 80s. Whether to go for that kind of sound or whether to go for something a bit more realistic, a bit more modern and up to date. I've also been thinking about like general music for the gameplay throughout the game itself, and I've been doing some kind of research, collecting some ideas of stuff that I thought would fit the tone of the game. I've used in the past royalty-free music from other sources. I can write music, but it's an awful lot of extra work and effort and time to do all of that. So my preference would have been, I think, to find something that I like the sound of, something that would fit the vibe of like a low budget carpet shop, some kind of muzak for the background, some kind of lounge jazz or something like that. And I started finding a few things like that, and it kind of made my mind up about it, that I was gonna do that. The kind of sites I go to, just as tips, so in Compitech, you may have heard this as a guy called Kevin MacLeod, who is basically a composer, and he makes some incredible bits of music and kind of gives them away for free in Compitech. Previous point and click games that I've made are full of his music, and the only thing he asks for, really, it's royalty free. You basically got to put in this attribution at on your credits and things like that, which is absolutely fantastic because his music's really good, and he's got so many different genres and styles and things. You can filter by feel and genre, so if you went to kind of jazz and filtered by feel, like bright jazz, there'll be absolutely loads of them. So you can just click on one of these. I think the audio is going to come through. I might deafen myself here. There we go. Hopefully you can hear that. So some funky jazz tracks. This one, little bossa nova thing. So like these kind of things. I really like bossa nova stuff for a funny point and click game. So that type of music, I kind of had started to decide that that's what I was going to do. I think it suits the humour. Listen to that. And by getting them through Kevin's site, it's completely free. You just put the attribution code in your credit, thank him for it. These kind of things you will have heard on loads of YouTube videos and things. There's absolutely loads of them that you'll be aware of, and things that you will have heard before, but you can almost always find something that would fit. Maybe a bit too glitzy, that one. But yeah, that is one of the places where I would normally go and look, and I'd kind of decided, I think, on a couple of bits. So there was this, we got this lounge elevator music from his site. So like that kind of thing. Thought it would sit nicely in the background of the carpet shop. The other thing, of course, you could take that bit of video. That might be really loud, that. I'm going to just turn that down a bit. So you could take that bit of audio, sorry, and then process it so it maybe sounded tinny, like it was coming out of a shop speaker. So there was all of those kind of things that I kind of had considered doing so that the music sits better in the environment. And then within Unity as well, being able to put that sound source in a way that when you leave the main shop floor and go into the office, you can still hear it, but it's in the distance. And put like a high pass filter on it, so it sounds like it's in the next room. And then when you went into the kitchen, even quieter and things like that. So you could have the music in the shop, it kind of almost purposefully being annoying when you're in the shop. And then you could still hear it in the other locations in the game. And then of course coming up with some other music for once you leave the shop and you go to Funky Monkeys, and it all gets a little bit more like sinister, I guess. There'd be some other like music track for that. There was this other lounge elevator one. Actually, this was one that I really liked. So I won't play them for too long, just in case I get some kind of copyright strike, but attribution to Kevin McLeod in Computech. There's one other one there as well. So you get the idea, these kind of marimba kind of things that are just light, humoured, jazzy, the kind of thing you might get in a rubbish carpet shop. So that was where I was heading. I was going down this kind of the general music for gameplay was going to like set the tone of all of that. And then I suddenly had this next thought, like there's comedy opportunity in kind of announcements or adverts that happen in the shop in the background, and that these could just be triggered every so often. Just randomly, or it could be that they trigger at certain points, so you know that the player's gonna hear it and be aware of it. So these started coming into my head and thinking, actually, if there was like, we're talking about a fairly low budget but regional or national carpet chain, would have their own kind of corny, cheesy radio adverts that would come on in the shop. And I thought, oh, well, that gives the opportunity for some funny stuff, some funny voiceover stuff. But then that would probably need a jingle, like you'd expect like a really cheesy jingle to start, like the Floor for You jingle, and then the special offer of the month be announced in some comedy way. And I then kind of got hooked on that idea of like they would be really fun to have, a bit like in GTA where you've got the radio stations on the car and there's funny things happening on talk shows and things, that it can just like add to the humour in the whole thing. And then that of course gave me the final like statement here, which is it might then get quite jarring between these styles if I chose like one of those lounge jazz bits of music for the gameplay, which are these really well produced. He's a proper composer, unlike me. He writes film scores and things like that. That level of quality of that music compared to then like a crappy jingle, is that going to work? Is it going to be too jarring? Do the styles match? Does it feel right? So I spent a couple of different days thinking, could I write a little jingle? I'm by no means a master musician. I can play a few instruments. I can play guitar and keyboard and drums and things. I'm definitely no singer, and we'll get to that later on. But I thought maybe I could write a little ditty that sounded like cheesy, but maybe had at least the production quality that might not be so jarring if I decided to use that lounge jazz music. And then when I got round to trying that, I wasn't really happy with what I'd come up with. It just, I don't know, it just didn't kind of feel right. I was still unsure about this retro 8-bit style. I was kind of going away from the idea because I felt that the game isn't that retro, I suppose. It's definitely pixel art and things, but it's got other things that that don't set it in the days where that retro 8-bit soundtrack might sound right. So still not totally decided on that. One of the things that put me off it, actually, I was playing an indie game the other day. Is it called Upstairs? Is it called Upstairs? Yes, it is called Upstairs. It's really good from the bit that I played, but the music on it, I think it was in that kind of like 8-bitty retro thing, and it just started to grind on me a little bit. I don't know, it's like each to their own. Let's see if I can get the music on here. Oh no, see, that's really nice and moody. But I think in the game, it's not like that. So this trailer was... yeah, I'm pretty sure the music doesn't sound like that in game. I might be wrong. Maybe it was something else I was playing. Anyway, Upstairs, from what I've played of it, really good, really nice art style. Really quite dark as well. So, but yeah, that kind of made me think, like the 8-bit thing. Apologies to the people who made Upstairs if it's not the game I'm thinking about, but there was like an 8-bit bit of music in something that I was like, that's getting quite annoying. So not totally sure what I was going to do. So I kind of persevered and continued with this idea for a little jingle that would also have its own little lyrics that would give me, again, some opportunity for some comedy, something that's like cheesy, but something that's also got like a bit of a laugh in it and a bit of a point at the carpet shops. So like these were the kind of lyrics that I came up with. Lyrics and music, people come up with them in different ways, but I definitely came up with the melody first. But I wanted to kind of have this idea of like, we're under your feet, like a flooring shop, as in we're under your feet, the flooring we sell's under your feet, but also they're always under your feet when you're in a carpet shop. And of course, the kind of twist in the story of the game is it's called Under the Carpet. There is something under the carpet shop or under the flooring shop. So there's like loads of things in that line. I liked if I can use that, we're under your feet, floor for you. That was kind of, I wanted to try and get that into it, so it sounded in the game like a cheesy jingle, but there's some other relevance to the lyrics. It's kind of like a nod to what's going on. So what I ended up doing, this is Ableton Live for anyone who makes or produces music or has watched any YouTube things about creating music. Ableton's a really popular piece of, well, it's a digital audio workstation, or DAW, it's called a DAW on YouTube a lot, and it's used by everyone from amateurs like myself up to full live gig stuff. It's a lot of live bands use Ableton. It's called Ableton Live on stage, where various tracks are getting ran through Ableton. Even visuals and things can get ran and controlled through MIDI in Ableton. So it's quite a complicated bit of software, but the key thing was being able, I've used Ableton for years, so I just started putting down an idea in this, and I guess this is the reason for me having a second camera set up today. Turn that back on. I wanted to, in a way, prove that this was real music. I'll play the whole track back in a bit. What I'm going to do is just take a guitar off the wall, and so this is how this came about. I was thinking of some dead simple, hopefully you're going to be able to hear this. I might need to turn this mic off, but let's this is the thing I was trying to work out, how to route two different things through here. So the guitar's going to get picked up twice here, which might be a little bit off-putting, but going to be coming through that mic as well. I'll just mute that for a second. But this was the kind of the basic chords that I decided for. So like something cheesy, like homely, like a carpet shop might be, but something that I could then build up into a tune. So that was kind of how it started, just a simple chord progression, and something short like that as well, that wasn't going to be too long. Something I could loop, so that if I do then turn it into like adverts that might have different lengths of vocal on top of them, then I could have a looping section of it. So I ended up, I'll just solo out some of these things. So the Ableton, you can get a free version of it actually. What's it called? Ableton Intro. I think it's free, or it's cheap anyway. That you can try out. And it comes with some basic instruments and things. I've got various other things added into it. But I basically pulled together lots of different instruments. There's kind of a drum kit at the top here, which is like a full drum kit that's playable on the keyboard. I'm doing it on the keyboard here rather than, I've got drums, but it's a nightmare getting all that as well. So whole drum kit on the keyboard. There's what else have we got down here? Piano, so the same kind of chords. So this kind of that kind of like feel to it. The other thing that I wanted it to have is kind of a kind of cheesy vibraphone type thing. So you've got this going on as well. So various instruments, and I play bass guitar, but it was easier to play the stuff on the keyboard again, because I've got sampled instruments on here which make it easier than plugging guitars in, tuning them up and that kind of thing. So this was all kind of brought together. The big elephant in the room was I didn't want to sing it, and I've tried convincing my wife to re-sing it for me, because I've sang it so that I've got the lyrics there, but I'm not entirely happy. But the main thing being is I'm not a great singer, and then I started to worry that actually what I've done here is made something that I've spent too much time on now. But I'll play it through without the vocals on, and without a couple of these other guitar melody bits, but just to give you, so if I play that through from there to there. So this is just the guitar line that so just the same guitar line that I was playing before, and that just got recorded down onto this track here. So if I turn off all the keys and stuff, you can you'll be able to hear so there's down the bottom here, there's a plugin I use called Ting, which is quite literally like pop hands, car keys, hand claps and things like that, and just a little reverse cymbal swell at the start. So as a guitar track, it was kind of too guitar-y in my mind. So just really simple. It's, how long is it? I can't even say. It's like 20 seconds long or something, which is perfect for like a short radio advert. There's then like a whole keys branch that's got the pianos, bass and vibraphone in it. I'll just play those bits back. Right. So it's got a kind of almost too, well, this is one of the things I'm unsure about. Almost sounds too happy, and I don't know whether that is counter to the slightly weird things that are going on in this shop, but it together, as all of these bits come together, if I put the guitars back on, the whole thing, I'll play again without the vocals. I'm going to save the vocals because I'm still not entirely sure about this, but so this is the melody line from the guitar. So that was the kind of melody that it was, the vocal was going to follow. There's a little ending bit there as well that adds in. And then there's even a solo bit there. So it ends up sounding like I guess a well-produced bit of music, whether it's a terribly written bit of music. It's definitely a terribly sung bit of music, which you'll see in a moment, or hear in a moment. But the worry is, does that fit, as I said before, with any other music that I'm going to use on it? Is it going to jar against it? What I definitely wanted to do is to push all of that through some compression or something similar, so it sounds like it's coming out of like a crap speaker in the carpet shop. So that's definitely part of the post-processing that needs to be done on it. There are, I don't know how well this is coming across on the stream actually, but like if I, before I click play again, this is another good point. If you're making your own music, or even if you've just gone to Incompetech or somewhere else and got some royalty-free music, you will get absolutely sick of the music track that you choose to use. It's why I tend to leave these things towards the end, because if this music had already been going round in my head, it probably would have got very annoying by now. And certainly once you've got it in the scene in Unity and you're playing along and doing your testing with the music there, you'll be wanting to turn it off straight away, because yeah, it gets pretty annoying. And if you listen to this whole stream, you're going to hear it about like 30 times. So, but I'm going to play it back and just give you an idea of like that post-production chain. So I've just got an EQ thing here. Let's have a look. It's off at the moment, so I'm just going to press play again. So there, that's got the EQ on. So it pulls all the bass out of it, and it sounds like it's, which might sit better in the shop. Just turning that down a bit and realising how loud it is. I can't actually hear a thing now. I can't hear my own voice. So something like that, some kind of EQ that pulls out all of the bass so that it sounds like it's coming from a crappy speaker. There is other ways to achieve that kind of sound as well. I'll just turn it back off then. There are actually like bit compressors which effectively kind of do what the audio hardware of the 80s did. It was just very low bit. So you can get like filters and things that would do that in Ableton. I have no idea actually if I've got one, but this machine isn't the machine I use a lot of the time for Ableton, which is why I was struggling to get everything set up. I don't know. Something called, there used to be something called Bit Crusher. Oh, there, bit. Oh no, that's some. Nope, that might be horrific. This restream, by the way, anybody who's doing live streaming and wants to get stuff out of Ableton, this is the way I did it with Reaper Restream. It took me a day to work it out, but so this is probably going to sound awful, but yeah, it's just crushing. We'll turn that off. Yeah, get rid of that. So there will be a way to maybe in another bit of software. So I'm going to. This is Ableton. I've also got Adobe Audition here, where I'm going to be putting together this tune as a background with some the spoken adverts as well. But what I wanted to do is, I would appreciate people's honesty, because nobody likes having smoke blown up their ass. I'm going to play the vocal that I've recorded, which I'm not 100% sure of. I'm going to turn the solo off. There is the bit that I really like about it is the end bit, where I basically go, "What's for you?" And I think that sounds really funny. But the rest of it, I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to rely on your feedback in the comments about whether this is all a terrible idea, because I am totally open to feedback here. I might just go back and just get some Incompetech stuff, but I'll turn the vocals on. The lyrics, as I said, this was the lyric structure that I wanted to get in there. So I'm going to play it back and wince as I hear my own voice coming back through. I just think they're all on. Checking all these are turned on. Right, here we go. Moment of truth. I'll turn the volume up a little bit. Okay. Floor for you, budget pouring through and through. Any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you, floor for you. I love that floor for you bit at the end. Floor for you, budget pouring through and through. Any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you, floor for you. So there you go. That is with the vocal on. So totally not sure. I've got so many tracks, including share. Solo the share one, of effects. Floor for you, budget flooring through and through, in every style, which is, it's got a like a pitch changer, an octave up, like a vocal hall thing on it. There's other what are these, backing vocals. Beautiful, completely out of tune. Any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you, floor for you. So altogether, it doesn't sound so bad apart from my singing, I believe, but I'm still not sure about the style of it and how it's going to fit with other things. So moving on from that, that was like, that's the jingle. I've kind of got that down there, and I started exporting some of that and then recording some adverts, some kind of comedy adverts to go over the top of it. So I started writing these a couple of days ago, sometime last week, and I wanted them to just be like ridiculous adverts, like just stupid stuff basically. So this Easter one. Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. You know, that's excellent value. What a cracking deal. So bad dad jokes, stuff that a carpet shop wouldn't ever be doing because it just seems ridiculous. This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed. Like those kind of things that would just be a bit like ridiculous. And then one's about the room size remnants coming with a 60-day money back guarantee. You've got to pull the carpet up yourself and rejoin it. Like all of this is spoken really quickly. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet, carefully lift it, join together any offcuts, and roll back the carpet with the original cardboard tube. Sealing it in cellophane and deliver it back to the store themselves for refund. I think I even said at the end of it when I recorded it, terms and conditions apply. Like those kind of things you get on the radio. And then some other ones. This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you. Whether you're married, divorced, cohabiting or hitting Tinder, there's free fitting when you spend over £500. Whether it's carpet for the soft at heart or laminate for those who like it hard, get laid for free this summer at Floor for You. So again, just comedy stuff that can sit with that music bed underneath. So I'm not even sure whether I'm going to need the lyrics of the song. I think they're just, I'm building up choices, I guess. I've got the song with the lyrics, if I can get someone else to re-sing it, or I can change my voice. I've got the bed, the music bed, so just without the lyrics on, which can be used as a jingle in the background. and then I've got these adverts that I wanted to get recorded. So I started recording them, and again, I think as everyone does, like an issue hearing your own voice, especially if it's like in a game you're making. So I always like to then process my voice so that it doesn't sound like me. And one of the tools I've been using to do that, and been using that commercially as well for a while, is something called 11 Labs. And I know everyone's got very differing opinions about AI tools and what they should and shouldn't be used for. This is capable of creating, 11 Labs this is, of creating audio voiceovers and stuff from scratch. It's even got some really big names who have given their voice to 11 Labs. I think as well, maybe David Attenborough. There's some really big like voices that have now kind of signed up to 11 Labs and recorded their voice, and then the AI version of the voice is just indistinguishable from the real one. I used it at work on some commercial stuff when, again, for a piece of animation we were doing, we needed to have a particular style of voice, and at the very last minute the client asked to change it and we just didn't have time, so I recorded it in my voice and we changed my voice to this particular accent to give it the style that they wanted. So I thought, right, I'll give that a go. I'll record all of the audio and I'll play back my originals, and then I fed it through 11 Labs and chose a voice that was kind of like, I know I've got a northern accent, but I wanted something different that didn't sound like me, so I changed them with that. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat. Probably all the singing, all the bad singing. So let's open up one of these examples, probably in my SFX, I would have thought. Assets, SFX. No. It isn't. Voiceovers, there we go. So I've got
It's Monday morning at the Stockton branch of...
That's one of the intros that I... that's an old one. When was that from? Hasn't got a date.
Branch of Floors for You. Store manager Clive Bottomley is diligently hoovering up the remains of a dead pigeon he found on the laminate flooring display. Still puzzled by how it got in, Clive hopes the week holds no more surprises.
So that was
couldn't be more wrong.
Oh, that was one of the original intro things. I record all of these on this mic here. There's like a condenser mic that I've got. Got one of the big fluffy things on it, but so it's a good voiceover mic, so I'll use that to record my own voice. But to be honest, I've got like a HyperX gaming headset with like a little mouth thing. I think I wore it on the first couple of live streams, and their mics are really good actually, because they're kind of noise cancelling and they stop all the p and like sibilants and things, same as that little muffler thing does on there. So whatever you've got really to record voice stuff, 11 Labs is great if you want to change your voice. It's got like a voice changing thing on it. It's got like totally AI created voices if that's your bag. I kind of always want to get the nuance into the pacing and things myself, so I tend to record my own voice and then change my voice, because whilst the AI things are incredible, you can't direct them like you can a proper actor or your own voice to get the pacing and the nuance right. So that's what I did with these. I don't know if these are where the originals are actually that are recorded. Adverts original, maybe that's it.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box.
That's me. So this is the originals.
box of fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What?
I'll just bring up the transcript for them as well. I don't know how well you can hear these things back on the stream. I hope it's actually coming out on the stream. There's nobody on live today. I didn't expect there to be, with it not being Sunday night. So yes, here's the over Easter one.
What a cracking deal. This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out. All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not totally happy with your purchase once it's laid, simply return it for your money back. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet, carefully lift it, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube, sealing it in cellophane and delivering it back to the store themselves for a full refund. Terms and conditions apply.
So you would never get you'd never get an AI to get like the pacing right of that particular thing. So again, these are why it's best to record them yourself if you can. And even if you've got a pretty low quality mic, a headset mic or webcam mic or something, if you're going through something like 11 Labs, that'll do noise cancelling and everything as well, and clean up and background noise reduction. So I mean, the processing, the software end of processing these days is incredibly powerful. So you can get away with pretty low end equipment and still come out with something that sounds great. This Valentine's one, yeah, I quite like this one.
This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you. Whether you're married, divorced, cohabiting or hitting Tinder, there's free fitting when you spend over £500. Whether it's carpet for the softer at heart or laminate for those who like it hard, get laid for free this summer with Floor for You. Protect your new floor with our fabulous range of stain protection products. Whether you're battling muddy paws, a drunk uncle or incontinent grandparents, there's something for everyone at Floor for You.
So they're the adverts that I've done. I pulled them into 11 Labs, brought them back out into Adobe Audition, and you could use Ableton for this, but I'm going to want to chop these up and try and fit them into loops. So this is like a similar to Ableton. You can do multi-tracks in it. The purple tracks here are the audio. That is the music track in the background. I'll just mute that out actually. So this is the voice that I changed it to.
This summer, take advantage.
Oh, actually, this has got some of that filtering on that I mentioned as well. So let me just go to the track effects, turn these off. So these, I've started putting them through a filter so it sounds like it's coming through a crap speaker. But I'll turn that off for now so you can hear that.
This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
So believe it or not, that's me. Run through 11 Labs. I picked one of the AI voice. They're not actually AI voices. They kind of are, but they're real people who have. Most of them are voiceover artists, some of them are amateurs. They've then gone to 11 Labs as a provider of a voiceover. 11 Labs, they record a load of audio and then the AI basically learns their voice pattern and creates a virtual version of them as a voiceover artist. And I pay a subscription. It's not much. I think the cheapest thing's maybe £10 a month for 11 Labs or something like that, and it gives you a load of credits. You can record loads of audio with it, and then you can choose from lots of different voices to change your voice into one of those voices, including male to female, female to male. So this is the one I went for. I think it sounds a little bit like, if you're British, Matt Baker, who used to do Blue Peter. He's got a kind of a similar accent to me. He's not from the same place, but he's not far away. But it just sounds to me more professional than my voice because it's not my voice, and it just sounds a bit different. So I'll play that back again.
This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
And then a couple of these things that you have to do when coming in like a program like this. All the breaths, all the and things in between stuff, you'll hear a lot of them in the original mix. I just drag that into there. Adverts original. I think I've probably cleared them all up actually. And that's a T.
And the inside.
Yeah, most of these have been cleared up when I saved it, but there's like huge breaths between things.
Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet.
Carplic and
Carpet.
it's really annoying that. I fumbled one of the lines and I really can't go back and do it again.
All our room size. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully.
Carplic.
Carpets must be returned.
I wonder if I can nick that word carpet.
Carpets. Carpet.
It's going to sound weird. I'm going to try and take that word carpet out there.
Old customers will need to clean the carpet.
Carplic. Paste it over that one.
Returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully lifted joint.
I'm surprised how well that worked. I've got away with it, I think.
Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully lifted, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube.
Perfect. I can't believe I got away with that. Let's just save that as it is. Although this is in my voice, isn't it? Right, I need to get the one where I changed it to the other voice. So, I think I've tried two different voices. I think I went with Gareth.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh...
Yeah, Gareth. For some reason he went fresh. I know I had a when I did it, but it was really
Over
loud.
Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value.
So that's what I went with, but this was another one as well.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal. Fully lift it, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube, sealing it in cellophane and delivering it back to the store themselves for a full refund. Terms and conditions apply.
So that I don't know why I didn't go with that one. Did I? I think I just-
£500. Whether it's carpet for the softer at heart or laminate for those who like it hard. Get laid for free this summer with Floor for You.
Yeah, they're both kind of good. But I went with Gareth in the end. So what I've been doing, I'll pull Gareth's into there. Right, cutting these up into each separate advert. I'm just going to go and fix that carpet.
All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah, it's the kind of northern Geordie bit that I like on like that Gareth's accent. So
This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you.
right, where's the carplix?
Simply return it for your money back. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully.
Carplic.
Carpet carefully.
Right. So
Carpets must be Carpets must carpet.
oh, it's slightly different to when I pronounce it. It's got an S on it. It's got
Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully. Carpet carefully lifted. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully lifted, join together any off.
sounds better than carplix. Sorry, my phone's vibrating in my pocket. Jalapeno bratwurst. That's the message. A birthday meal for my wife. Someone's putting their order in.
Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet carefully lifted, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube, sealing it in cellophane and delivering it back to the store themselves for a full refund. Terms and conditions apply.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good So my concern with all of these, when I get them into the multi-track, where you've got the audio for the music behind it as well, I'll play you. I haven't cut these at the right length, but if you have a listen.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
So these are loops, so that it just loops round and round, because I thought I was going to need to do multiples that would be seamless.
Deal. This summer, take advantage of our seed and feed special offer. Choose any green coloured carpet and get a free 15 kilogram box of lawn feed.
So I think after all the discussion earlier on in the stream about the background music, I might have like this on, I might use this on loop in the background of the game. And then write some other little bits for it. So the thought is, do I use an Incompetech jazz lounge thing? Do I kind of double down on this bit of music, take the vocals off it, and then write some other, this is why I wrote that solo bit, some other bits so that it can loop. So if I just pull in those loop bits to there, so it doesn't, you don't get the end. So the end is this bit. Oops. That little ring, it just rings out. I kind of wrote this so that it would loop nicely from there. I'll just turn off the cymbal crash at the start. So this solo, so by adding in little bits like that, we can have the same kind of looped bit of music, as long as it doesn't get too annoying for the players. And then just have variants on it where little other solo bits, and maybe not in guitar, but this. So that you've just got some variations coming in every so often, and there could even be variations for different rooms. So when you're in the storeroom, it could have a different variation on that theme. I like the idea of, as you move through the different locations, you can hear the music in the shop getting further away. I think that'll kind of work really nicely. But there is like that option of writing like a load of other little other bits that could come into it. When I played all this back to my wife earlier on, she quite rare, she said, I think the problem is it might sound too good, as in it sounds too well produced, and maybe it should sound like it's coming from like a crap Bontempi organ or something, which again I get, like that would be funny as well, and that might sit better if I went with that more retro 8-bitty feel, but I'm still not sure. I would massively welcome comments on this video once it goes live on YouTube of people's thoughts on both that music track, the style, the 8-bit style, having a repeating loop in the game that is music written by me, or whether using some like really nice stuff that fits the tone from somebody else. I worry that even if this works nicely in the shop, I would then feel like I'd have to write something for the Funky Monkeys bit, which would then be tricky as well. And typically, as happens in this live stream and on everything that I've done. It's the scope creep thing again. It's like more work. It's just been a couple of days of work doing all this music stuff. But it's all like interesting, creative stuff. It's keeping me busy. It's keeping me busy. So what I wanted to do anyway is, rather than having this loop now, because I think most of the adverts, apart from maybe the one with the big disclaimer in it, might fit within one of these loops. So I'm just going to export the loop correctly from Ableton without that solo one. So I want the symbol on the start. So I think what I'm going to do, because I love that for you bit at the end, I'm going to turn everything else off apart from the for you end and have that. Yeah, let's export all of that like that. And then the adverts can sit over that bit. So let's export. It's right, isn't it? Going to, yeah. Normalize the audio. We don't want it as a loop. Okay, I think that's all right. Not sure if it should. Can't export that often. So let's call it flaws for you, FU. Jingle, no vocal, and this is going, I'm going to just create a new folder there. No, I'm not. Going there. I might crash my, no, it's worked. So I just want to load that in to Audition and just see whether it did come out without the vocal and everything. Right, so we've got that.
For you. Floor for you.
Right, so we've got all that. That peaks really high. Goes right there. It's on the left channel as well, isn't it? Well, it doesn't clip. It's very close to clipping that. Bit of a worry. I might just pull that down a touch. Right, save that. So that is going to be the bed that we're going to put in the background. So we'll come back to the adverts. I'm going to get rid of these. We're going to create some new loops for them in a minute. So this is the no vocal one. So you can see it's just that little bit longer. I'm hoping it's going to give me enough space to fit in the one with all the disclaimer in it. The problem is this Easter one is really short. So I've split it up and put little gaps in it, but I'm not sure how it sounds really.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box.
So it should start earlier, like.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value.
You just wouldn't get a gap like that, and my problem is now it's too short.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
See, if it went, we're under your feet, applause for you, that would be perfect if it had that bit of audio in there. So I think what we'll do is we'll pull one of these out with that. We could do, yeah, let's have the vocals out separately. Let's turn that off. Let's just have the vocals out, and then we can bring the vocals in and out as we want them for adverts that fit or don't fit where that comes in. So we just want to solo all the vocal tracks, but I've turned off this for you at the end. So is that going to be correct?
Floor for you.
It certainly is, but
Floor for you.
God forbid playing back your own singing on a live stream. How bad. Right, let's export just the vocal. It's exactly the same length. So I'm going to leave all the settings exactly the same. Export that. A few jingle. Vocal only. And then we're going to lay that up on a separate track so we can fade that vocal in when we want it. So let's load into that, all of this other junk down here that we're not using. So vocal only, drop that into there. Vocal only. We want that on a separate track. Drop it down here. I prefer it to be at the top, to be honest. Don't know why, it just feels better up there. So we've got the vocal, we've got the music without the vocal, and we've got the advert there. So what I'm going to do is the vocal, and that's a pan track. I'll just change that to volume. Rack output. I don't know actually. Oh yeah, it's decibels there. So we're going to have no vocal there, and then it's just going to come up in time for that. Oops. Can't zoom in on molding keys that should zoom in. You have to grab this stupid thing up here. I want to make sure that I don't, there's going to be echo and things like that on the voice that you're probably going to hear here, but let's just do a sharp pull in of that. Because I think that's, we're under your feet, the floor for you. So let's hear that back. I'm going to have to mix the volume of this live because I don't know how loud that vocal is going to be.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's...
Oh, hang on. That shouldn't be coming out at all. That can't be volume then. I mean, that's the fades. That's overall volume. You can tell I don't use Audition very often. That said decibels on it. Let me mute. Let me solo that.
Through and through. In any style, in every hue, we're under you.
Definitely not volume. All right. Rack mix.
Floor for you.
Nope. Why isn't there a volume? Is that volume? No, that's the rack output. Turn them off. That's pan. There's volume. God. Right. So we want it off completely until that bit. I don't know why, but I prefer the vocal at the top. We're under your feet, the floor for you. Perfect. Right, so again, need to get the volume right.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
We're under your feet, floor for you.
Floor for you.
So yeah, I mean the timing of that all feels pretty good.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
We're under your feet, floor for you.
Floor for you.
Cool. Right, so that's like a nice setup for that. Why can't you zoom with your control key? Which Adobe would just stick to the standard that they made. So we're going to use this vocal, we're going to use the music again for the next advert. We want another copy of the vocal that should snap and line up with that. We might end up bringing it in a different point because this might not fit. So let's have a look at this one.
This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green coloured carpet and get a free 15 kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
Yeah, so it's going to clash there. So we're going to have to cut this off there and just have the floor for you bit at the end there.
Outside in and the inside out.
Floor for you.
Floor for you.
So I've got a distinct feeling that the really long one that's got all the disclaimer about returning your carpet ain't going to fit. So what we're going to have to do with that one is get a loop, probably loop it twice. But we'll have a look. We'll bring it in and find out. So where is the next one?
All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee.
So that's the fella. So we'll copy that out. I don't know if you can copy and paste into the multi-track. I don't think you can. Let's find out. Paste. No, I don't think so. So what you have to do is just do copy to new. And then we'll rename, save that one. Actually, no, what happens is, which is really annoying, when you drag this into here, because this is a 48 kilohertz multi-track, it creates a copy of it, calls it untitled 148 kilohertz, which is annoying. So I just need to save this. Yeah, God, it makes it right. Oh God, it's saving it in a place from another game I made called iFart, the interdimensional find and retrieve team. Why has it done that? No, it's because these are auto saves of things that are getting put into like 48 kilohertz instead. So this is going to be a bit of a mess. Just go voiceovers, add 60-day return. Let's just do all of these now before I get confused about where they're going.
All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I've got the right files, so let's go and get these out of here.
This Valentine's, we've got a lovely...
That's another big peak. That should pull that down a bit.
This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you. Whether you're married, divorced, cohabiting or hitting Tinder, there's free fitting when you spend over £500. Whether... Protect...
So let's get that one. Copy to new. And then drag that into the advert chain. Oh God, what are times? Voiceovers, add Valentine's. And then the last one.
Protect your new floor with our fabulous range of stain protection products. Whether you're battling muddy paws, a drunk uncle or incontinent grandparents, there's something for everyone at Floor For You.
Sounded like I farted in the middle of there. What's that? You can see the waveform. Whoop.
For everyone at
Something weird's happened there.
Parents, there's something for everyone at Floor. Everyone. Thing for everyone at Floor For You. Thing for everyone at Floor For You.
Some weird artifact.
Protect your new floor with our...
Probably from 11 Labs, but... So, copy that to new. Drag it into here. Title 3.1, save this, that's the...
Protect your new...
Yeah. Save that in the correct place. Okay. So all of these, just want to close them. Don't save any of them. Close. A selection. Has it? Oh, it's because I dragged them all into there, didn't I? Oh, God, using them ones. Right, yeah. All right. 60-day return. Valentine's. Protect floor. So this one titled 4.1.
This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer.
So that's the seed and feed advert. I've got that in that folder. I wonder why. Add grass seed and add Easter. I just don't like all these ones called untitled. I don't like the way that it works sometimes. So grass seed. And then this is the Easter one. I'll chop this up again. And Easter. God, if I try and zoom in again by holding control, I'm going to slap myself, I think.
Easter, we're giving... Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
So we cut these before, didn't I? Sliced these can't remember what it was now. Oh, you Egypt. Where's the cut?
Repurchase. Now that's excellent. Repurchase. Now that's excellent value.
So one of the cuts is in the middle of there. Why didn't that slice? Let's just separate out those bits a bit.
Fresh free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
We're under your... Right, that's that one fixed. So grass seed, just want to hit that first.
This summer, take advantage of our seed and feed special offer. Choose any green coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
Floor for you. Floor for you.
So this is going to be the big one. I'm not sure if the Valentine's one's also too long. We're definitely going to need more than that for this one. So we're going to need to do a loop. That is very tight. That one will fit fine.
Protect your new floor with our fabulous range of stain protection products. Whether you're battling muddy paws, a drunk uncle, or incontinent grandparents, there's something for everyone at Floor for You.
Floor for you. Floor for you.
So that one sounds fine. This one's going to be right up beyond. You can see it's going to go past this bit here, so we're going to have to pull. There'll probably be no vocal on it at all.
This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you. Whether you're married, divorced, cohabiting, or hitting Tinder, there's free fitting when you spend over £500. Whether it's carpet for the softer at heart or laminate for those who like it hard, get laid for free this summer with Floor for You.
Wow, happy accident. Just like I don't know if that came across, but the Floor for You happens exactly as he says. Floor for You.
Get laid for free this summer with Floor for You.
That's fine for me. You sometimes get happy accidents. Right, this is going to be the troublesome one then. The 60-day return one. We're going to need to put a loop in order for it to fit. So let's move these two. Let's move that out the way. Move these two back. I'm going to end up outputting these and then chopping them into their separate bits, I think. Because what I want to do is run these through a filter as well. So it was on earlier on, there's this FFT filter. It's just to make it sound like it's coming out with something crap. Actually, these are on another track effects. See, there's some presets here, like through an old radio and things like that. But annoyingly, these get attached to individual tracks. What I ideally want to do is send them all through a bus to, don't use Audition often enough, but send all 3 tracks through one of the other tracks and then put the effect on that one track. Then I can tweak it to my heart's content. But how do you do that? Is that send default stereo input? I don't know how this works in Audition. To the internet. How do you route tracks to one effects chain in Adobe Audition? Create a bus track in the multi-track editor and change the output of your individual tracks to that bus. Right. Create a bus track. How do you do that? Bus. Add bus. Stereo bus. There's a bus. And then send these to bus A. Send that to bus A. Send that to bus A. You change the colour, you can. Oh, lovely. Let's have it blue. So you can delete that. That is not getting used. Oh, that just got deleted. How do you delete a track? Come off it. Is there nowhere to... Right, slide that up there. So are they all coming through that bus?
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
So they're all going to get passed through that bus, and then we can add some effects to there. So what was that? AM radio. Let's see how that sounds.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
What a cracking deal.
We're under your feet. Floor for you. Floor for you.
This never happens.
This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
Floor for you.
Wonderful. Right. Well, there you go. A preset AM radio. I think that sounds lovely. That's like, sounds like it's coming out of a crap speaker. I think that'll sit nicely in it. Yeah, cool. Right, leave it like that for now. Forget about it. So this 60-day return one, we need a loop of the jingle, because the jingle on its own, as we have noticed, is too short for it. But we don't need a whole loop of the whole thing. We could do with like a shorter loop. So hopefully, just play back this bit. That's vocal only, isn't it? Turn the vocals Can we loop it from there? So we'll just have that short loop, and then we can tack one of them on the front of it, or maybe even two of them, just to extend the length of that loop. So, so then the advert will fit in it. So that is what we want. We've got the vocals off in it. What's the solo like? Quite nice with the soloing. Let's just have it with the soloing for a bit of variety. So let's export that loop. Same settings we've had before. This time I'm going to render it as a loop. And all that does is make sure there isn't a gap at the end. It does some pre-processing so that it loops perfectly without like a click or anything like that. So let's export that. Jingle small loop. So yeah, there's it first and then you get a lovely click at the end. Ooh. Wasn't the keyboard, was it? Right, back to Audition. Bring that small loop in. Jingle small loop. Where's it gone? I need to get rid of some of these ones. Delete. Jingle small loop. So it had, I think I had normalize on, so it's normalized the volumes. It's going to be louder than the other one. Listen. Right, let's just try it out. So if that and that added together, why can't you zoom in by what is the shortcut key to zoom in? I'm just getting
Terms and conditions apply.
So it's about the right length. I forgot though, I've got that symbol swell on the start. So really, we should export two different things here. We should export that bit that we just did, the bit with the symbol swell on the front. Not as a loop. I've got normalize on, but yeah, so let's just do it. Small loop. Start. I'm just doing this because I can be really accurate in Ableton. Was it from 6? Yeah. Having a brain fart. Yeah, I want that as the end bits. And so I can just slot these together with like a start, that little loop bit, and then the end bit, and it will just make it longer by one loop. That's the plan anyway. So I've got that small loop and get rid of that completely. Let's bring in start and end loops. So start, that'll have the symbol swell on the front. We'll then butt it up against that, and then that'll go through a perfect loop. And then the end bit, which continues afterwards, gives us the whole length that we need. I'm just worried the normalization, you can kind of see that all right. especially now it's going through that crap speaker. It's,
All our room size.
see, that starts too early as well. Yeah, you want it to come in after the symbol thing. It's still going to be really close to the. Right, it's just right. Look, that's the flaws for you bit there.
All our room size remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not totally happy with your purchase once it's laid, simply return it for your money back. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet, carefully lift it, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube, sealing it in cellophane and delivering it back to the store themselves for a full refund. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, I didn't
Over
have.
Easter, we're giving away a box.
I didn't have the flaws for you bit at the end. I turned it off. How can I quickly fix that without having to go back to Ableton? Possibly can't. I mean, I could just do it by eye. What is it doing? There's that in there. I just want to zoom in. That's all I want, Adobe. I want to be able to zoom in without having to come up here and move my mouse off the grid.
Terms and conditions apply. Floor for you.
Go. Manual edit.
Terms and conditions apply. Floor for you. Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase. Now that's excellent value. What a cracking deal.
We're under your feet. Floor for you.
Floor for you. This summer, take advantage of our Seed and Feed special offer. Choose any green-coloured carpet and get a free 15-kilogram box of lawn feed so you can bring the outside in and the inside out.
Floor for you.
Floor for you. This Valentine's, we've got a lovely deal for you. Whether you're married, divorced, cohabiting or hitting Tinder, there's free fitting when you spend over £500. Whether it's carpet for the softer at heart or laminate for those who like it hard, get laid for free this summer with Floor for You.
Happy accident one.
Protect your new floor with our fabulous range of stain protection products. Whether you're battling muddy paws, a drunk uncle or incontinent grandparents, there's something for everyone at Floor for You.
Floor for you.
Floor for You.
Right, yeah, they sound good. Yeah, I'm happy with them. Oh, and 60-day return one, last one.
All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not totally happy with your purchase once it's laid, simply return it for your money back. Carpets must be returned as sold. Customers will need to clean the carpet, carefully lift it, join together any offcuts and roll the carpet back onto the original cardboard tube, sealing it in cellophane and delivering it back to the store themselves for a full refund. Terms and conditions apply. Floor for you.
Right, cool. No, they all sound pretty good. Don't like the way Audition just screws up loads of different files. Till I've got all of that out, I won't be happy that I've actually got it. Right, so we've got 5 different adverts with the jingle. What I haven't got is the one with the vocals on. So I'll export that so that it goes through this same filter chain as well. So it's got the same like crappy radio sound to it. We'll have one that's got everything on, and then I have to decide to use it with my vocals on, then at least I've got it. So let's turn the vocals on, turn the cymbals on. That is cymbals, isn't it? Yeah. Bass, ting, all the tings on. We don't want the solo on for it. And we want the for you at the end. Right, let's export all of that. Should play.
Floor for you, budget flooring through and through. In any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you, floor for you.
Right, so we want that out. Not coming out as a loop, we want it normalized. So FFU jingle full with vocals.
Floor for you, budget flooring through and through. Anytime, every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you, floor for you.
And then we're just going to bring that into the same multi-track session, so we can take advantage of that really happy accident that was the effects rack that sounded really good. So where did that go? Full with vocals. I mean, I know what's happening when this is making new versions of each file. It's because the multi-track scene is 48 kilohertz and they're coming out of Ableton at 44 kilohertz. So it's basically making a copy of them in a different thing. So full with vocals, as soon as you drag it into here, it just creates a 48 kilohertz version of it.
Floor for you, budget flooring through and through. In any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. Floor for you,
Floor for you.
So we've got one there that's hasn't got the advert voiceovers on it. Technically it should be on that one, I think.
floor for you, budget flooring through.
So I've got these like panned slightly. So I've got the music panned to the left, the voiceover adverts panned to the right, and
Stain protection products, whether you're back.
just for a bit of separation in headphones, and if someone's playing it on speakers, it means everything isn't in the mix right in the middle. It'll be a bit easier to pick the voice from the music, just not all squashed together in the middle. So that seems good. I think what I'll do is just export that whole session as one WAV file, so I've got it, and then I can cut it into chunks. Again, if I was doing this and it was ultra high quality you wanted, I wouldn't do this, but because of that like purposefully crappy sound, this will be absolutely fine. So I'm going to export a multi-track mix down of the entire session. You can see iFart was the last time I did this, so let's voiceovers, create a new folder there, mix down, adverts, uh, 48 kilohertz, yes, all of that's fine. Okay, so it's exported all of that. I'm just going to open it up. So I've just got it as one WAV file now.
Over Easter, we're giving away a box of fresh, free-range eggs with every purchase.
Cool. So each one of these, I mean, in Unity I could either pull in this whole file and just set start and end points, but it's going to be better to cut them into little bits, I think. You can provide Unity with WAV files and it will automatically change them to OGG or MP3s depending on what settings you've got. That's apparently the best way of doing it. It's quite good, the audio compression in it, so rather than making them into MP3s. So let's just chop these up, copy that to a new one, save as. Just call it final advert Easter. That is the Easter one there.
Over Easter,
Yep. There's so many files open here now. Where's the mix down? There. So next one. Copy a new. I'm just checking it fades out. Let's be fine. Right. So that's. What was the second advert? Completely forgotten.
take advantage of our seed and feed.
Seed and feed. Final advert. Seed and feed.
This Valentine's
Servers. Final advert. Valentine's.
Protect your new floor with our fabulous
Floor protection one. Copy to new. Floor protect. Save. Okay. Last one.
All our room-sized remnants come with our 60-day money-back guarantee.
Day returns. Okay. And then we've just got the full jingle at the end as well.
More for you, budget pouring through and through. In any style, in every hue, we're under your feet. More for you, more for you.
Copy that to the last track. I've not brought all of these up to kind of, it should be somewhere between -6 and -3 to be honest, but
More for you, budget pouring through and through. In any
yeah, I don't want it to be super loud, but we can always change it in Unity as long as it isn't clipping here. Jingle. Okay. Right, Right, so we've got everything that we need out of there. Cool. Right. So I think that is probably everything that I wanted to get done tonight. And that's almost bang on 2 hours, so that was good. So just as a recap of what we've been through, you asked for audio, SFX and music on tonight's stream, and that's what we've done. I've not even opened Sprite or Unity. We've not looked at any graphics or anything. There's 29 other live streams to look at them things. So yeah, I'm still not totally sure about this music. I think all of those little effects, all those things sound nice. It just dawned on me right at the end there as I listened to the jingle with all the effects on it. And maybe this is a sign for life. I should maybe listen to my wife. I should make maybe a version of that jingle that is a bit like, not 8-bit, but a bit kind of retro Bon Tempi organ. So exactly the same stuff that I played there on the piano. Like the, where is it? But not with a nice piano, with like a, I don't know, like a crap Bon Tempi organ, I guess, which I'd have to find a plugin for, unless there's any. So what I'm getting at anyways, I might, the exact same bit of music, the same tune, but have a version which is kind of computery game type, like feel a bit naff. And then those adverts come in with like the real one, which should then be the same tune. It would give it a different feel. I'll just have to see how whether they jar or not. But yeah, that's something for me to go and kind of work out in my own time, because I'm certainly not up for doing a live stream where I actually write a bit of music live as we go, because that'll be like tedious for everyone. It takes a long time. But yeah, cool. I've kind of enjoyed that. I hope the audio and everything's been working. I've no idea because there's nobody on live tonight because it's not my usual Sunday. I'm hoping when I watch this back on the YouTube recording that it has all come out okay. Otherwise, it won't be going live because there won't be any music on it, and that would be kind of pointless. So thank you for watching. If you've watched this back, if I end up publishing it, if it's worked. Cheers for all the previous comments last week. I know there's been other people on the channel asking questions, adding comments, and I really appreciate all of that as well. I would love to know people's thoughts genuinely on this music, and if everyone's like, sounds rubbish mate, or it's not going to fit, then just let me know. That's kind of part of why I'm wanting to do these live streams. But I hope it's been interesting, a bit different to the usual stuff. If you've happened on this because it's about music and you know nothing about adventure games or point and click adventures or making your own stuff, and you've found it interesting anyway, then give us a like, hit the subscribe button.